Hello everybody, it's Ken Faulkner. Another night video. Back to going through the stuff I got at Late Show, but I had a little break. And that was fun. Fun to experience something new in the channel. That last video was pass around a group, first time. I've had knife companies like D&K has sent me some knives to check out. That was cool. That was a nice little thing, not just a loaner type thing. I had a couple of viewers send me knives, as gifts slash giveaways, which was super awesome. That kind of stuff is it's fun to kind of make these kind of steps. I mean, I am slow moving. I'm okay with that, but I am slow moving, and I'm not complaining about it. It's just really fun when stuff like that happens. So I did a video back before that pass around on this knife, and this was from a company that is known for something other than modern folders. Not Squid. That's Squid Industries. This is Flightanium. So Flightanium is more known for having like replacement scales, stuff like that. And I've definitely used them for that purposes. But now they're making some knives. And I mentioned that I was saying that on my spreadsheet it said China. I looked it up. I verified it. It's Taiwan. So I think that what I was saying in that video was that, the Dimco Taiwan knives, that the same place is making these knives, because it does have that shark lock. And I've gotten kind of a little bit more used to it. I was carrying it today. So it just takes a while to kind of break in and get used to the action. Any knife has got its little idiosyncrasies, right? And so, I got so many things from Blade Show that I haven't really had time to spend with each of these knives. But I did want to make that update. And here's another knife from a company that is known for something else. Now, they are known for knives. And if you ever watch like the Bally contest at Blade Show, you know about Squid Industries because they're a big supporter of that. They're huge in the Bally knife world. I mean, big time. There's a couple other really big Bally knife people. I mean, Benchmade actually makes some. I have some. When I was a kid, I loved Bally song knives. I remember this movie Sharky Machine with Burt Reynolds, and the bad guy in it had like the butterfly knives. They call them butterfly knives or balisong. Butterfly knives is what is more commonly it was known for back then. But man, I was like, cool. And then I used to be able to buy them like at gas station, weird places, like, just like weird liquor stores, kind of under the radar type places. And so I have a couple old ones, but nothing fancy like a Squid Industries. Now you see the contest, and back then I played with it, but just that basic open and closing thing over and over again. I got really good at it. But when you see the contest, and you can look at it up on YouTube, they do some crazy tricks. They're flinging these things around. There was a couple years ago when my girlfriend and I went to Blade Show in Atlanta. We watched the contest, and she was determined that she was going to be a balisong wizard. So, of course, when you starting out, first, she never really done any of it. So we went over to Squid Industries and we picked this up. And this is the only Squid Industries knife-like object that I have. But look at it. It's just a plastic. No point to it. No edge to it. It's made out of plastic, but it does have that kind of that weight. And you can't see it because it flies around. But so she got it, and we were watching some videos and going over some tricks, and we kind of advanced a little bit. I can't show you any of them because for one thing, I haven't been practicing. But there's a little bit more flippy flips type stuff that we were learning. But she was like, next year I'm going to be in that contest. I'm going to, she was so excited about it, and it's fun. It's fun. I don't know how serious she really was, but she was excited about it. So we got this thing, just so we, could practice. And then it's kind of sitting in the drawer a little bit. But that's the Squid Industries that we have. I don't even know what it's called. They have several different ones. They have some kind of fun looking ones. One of them has like a squid head on top of here. This one's kind of got, looks like eyes and a nose or something. But yeah, they do kind of represent, the kind of the weight and the feel and the action. So anyway, Squid Industries, known for that, well known for that. But this year I heard that they were putting out a folder. And so I needed to check that out. I want to check it out. A lot of my collecting is curiosity. You probably noticed that over the years. Sometimes it's a brand that I've never tried out before, and I just want to try that brand out. And I might not pick up like the most expensive or whatever, but I just want to see what that brand has to offer. And that's the case on this one. I just really wanted to see what they got. This one here is called the Surf. You may have heard of it because there's a little bit of talk about it before the show. That's kind of a pretty cool box. They got their symbol there. Got some information on the other side. I think it's just general Bali thing. Bali songs perform best when they're properly maintained. So, this is like their box for that stuff, but they do have their folder in here. I think they put this as a placeholder because the Bali knives are usually a little bit longer because of the action of them and stuff like that. Now, Bali, it's funny because one year when they actually had Blade Show West in Long Beach, California, they had to do the contest with trainers only because California is silly. I mean, people using balisong knives are much more, just kind of like nunchucks. They're more likely to injure themselves than injure somebody else. Somebody actually thought that maybe they made it illegal because too many people were going to the emergency room from using live blades. So there's a couple stickers that come with it. You can kind of see what the blade looks like, called the Surf. I don't know, blade is Squid Industries might be a California company. Maybe that's why they got the Surf thing. Man, when I was growing up, I'm born and raised California, and it really wasn't a bad thing back in the day. In fact, it was pretty cool. You go around the country and you tell people you're from California, and they were like oohing and awing and thinking that you must really know how to surf. You got the Squid Industries there, kind of subtle. It's like an integral because it's one solid piece. It's got openings here, but so it's also got that cleanability, I guess you could say. Aluminum scales. There it is. Nice looking knife. Great action. Button lock. What is it? Is it a top liner or is it a plunge? Let's check it out. It's a plunge. Wah wah. Too bad. But, people are really figuring out how to do the plunge locks now. So they're not, that spine whacking thing is sort of a thing of the past. You don't see so many people doing it anymore. It says Surf right there. So all this like kind of subtle, with the Squid Industries and the Surf. Subtle branding. Nice action. It just feels good. For button lock, it doesn't feel as spongy as some. And, I really like to have that break of a detent, but that middle finger flick it actually breaks pretty well. So, some of these companies have figured it out. They've done something subtle in the way that they do their lock that makes it like build up that pressure and then let's go. That's pretty cool. I don't know about the thumb. Yeah, it works pretty well. So it feels good. You hear the action. So acoustics are pretty good. A little different. It kind of has like that landing thing where it kind of thuds in, like it's landing on some pillows or something. It doesn't like land super hard. It could be some of the aluminum and some of the because the integral knives always kind of have a different kind of sound. But it's got a good feel. So yeah, I mean, it's really pretty nice. Not the cheapest. It's because Squid Industries is premium when it comes to Balis, and this is pretty nice too. But yeah, it's $237. Is what I got it for, and it is inspected date 6/4/25. So it wasn't that long ago. USA made is what I understand. That this knife was made in the USA. So that's kind of cool. And that's always going to add to the price. But, you know, still it's not over 300. It's 237. Obviously going to be more than some people want to pay. But I was curious. I needed to try it out. I think all these little, it's got a really tall, you know, sometimes you go to put it in a pocket and it's, this is such a small opening there that it's hard to get it in. But this one definitely doesn't have that problem. And because of where it's located, when you got it in the hand, I don't really feel it too much. I mean, I can feel it if I'm thinking about it, but if I'm not thinking about it, I don't feel it. It goes right into that kind of crease right there. That little crease right there. That natural position. In my hand. Of course, you know, different size hands might act different. But no, it feels really good. So I'm happy. I like it. I got my curiosity taken care of, and I think it's a really nice knife. The blade steel is S35. Good steel. Some people don't like it, but you know, it's still good steel. I'm sure we can try to cut something with it. Let's see. It doesn't feel super thin behind the edge, but it's not a real thick knife. Let me grab some paper from the old Spyderco catalog. Got to do more cutting because I got new catalogs from this year. But you can see that edge is going right through. Not a problem. Not the sliciest. It doesn't really feel like it's so thin behind the edge. I could try. I'll give it a shot to do that measurement. I am not an expert at that sort of thing, but let's get out the calipers. Can't make it too short of a video, right? On my channel, it's got to go a little bit long. Come on. So anyway, I haven't really spent a ton of time with this one, but certainly it does feel good. So let's zero it out. Zero. All right. So if I put it right on where the top of the bevel is, we're looking at 0.021, so 21 thousandths. And, you know, the thin, slicey ones are usually under 20 thousandths. So 21, 23, 20, somewhere around there. So it's not down in the teens. So not the sliciest, but it's just going to be a little bit more robust because of that. And it does cut, you know, just fine for me. I like it okay. Probably could use a little stropping. I can feel like the edge doesn't feel like it's catching as well as maybe it should. So maybe with a little strop might even be more slicey, but it's doing pretty good. So yeah, I think it's a clean look. I like the kind of subdued colors, nothing flashy or anything like that. I don't know if it comes in different ones, different colors or anything like that. I don't remember seeing anything like that. But yeah, it's kind of cool. Kind of like the little milling here going around, kind of following the pattern, doing like a, what would you call that? Framing of it sort of thing. Not super slick. It's aluminum, but it's not super slick. It feels good in the hand. It's comfortable. It's not super big. As long as we're extending the time on the video, we'll get out the comparison knives. I haven't done that for a while. We're going to do some comparison knives. I even got my own little knife roll here for my comparison knives. Like a real channel. Let's turn this guy off before I burn out the battery. All right, so let's see. I got the bug out. There you go. Gives you an idea. It's a little bit longer than the bug out, which I like. The bug out's not really that small of a knife. I mean, it is a good EDC size. And I think this Surf is also a very good EDC size knife. So we'll see it against some of the bigger stuff. Let's see what's here. We got the Penguin, another EDC size. And it is bigger than a Penguin. You know, like you say, is it bigger than a breadbasket? It's bigger than a Penguin. Let's see, what's the next one in the comparison? Come on now. Oh, the Tenacious. Tenacious is a bigger knife. Gotta clean that guy off. Yeah, so the Tenacious slightly has it beat size-wise. Of course, tall-wise, Spyderco, you got that blade. I'm going to put that to the side. I got to clean that up. If it's going to be a comparison knife, it's got to be clean. What's next? We got the Para 2. Definitely much smaller than the Para 2, as you would expect, because the Para 2 is bigger than the Para 3. And just bear with me as I go through the Model 1 and the Model 2 of the Ontario Rat. And you can see it's an in-betweener. It's a tweener. But yeah, even that Model 1 doesn't, make it look too tiny. The 2, the R2D2 here, is definitely smaller. So there you go. Gives you an idea. And yeah, I have one more knife like this. You might be able to guess what it is. There's been a lot of rage about it, and it's coming from a company that's used to doing other things other than folding knives. So you might be able to guess what that is, and I'll do that on the next one. We'll kind of keep it in the series, and we'll just keep on moving through until we finish this off, and then we'll go back to normal life. It seems like I've been preparing for Blade Show and then showing off stuff from Blade Show for so long now. And I'm kind of ready to get back to normal life. In fact, I've actually bought another knife. Once I got back, I was able to, unleash a little bit, and saw a sale. So that'll be coming, but that's, it's going to be a little bit, maybe a week and a half till we finish off all the ones from Blade Show. Another giveaway coming up. I got a couple from Blade Show for giveaways, so keep an eye out for that. I'm guessing it'll be either next week or the week after. We'll do that because it's been a while. It's been a while since I've done a giveaway, and I'm excited to do that. It's going to be knife heavy this time, guys, because I still got stuff kind of in the box waiting. And I got a couple from the show. So it's going to be more knife heavy. It's going to have some EDC stuff, but it's going to be more knives, which is, is more what the channel's about. So, and I hope everybody will be happy about that. Squid Industries, Surf, and they're coming out. I don't know if they'll make any more, but we'll see. You never know what tomorrow will bring. You guys have a good one, and I will see you on the next one. Bye.